why I would recommend setting a consistency goal and not a weight goal. You may or may not know by now, but I'm not an advocate for weighing yourself all the time. I'm not an advocate for obsessing over losing weight all of the time. What I am obsessive over is helping you to create habits, helping you to create consistency, helping you to change your lifestyle. And you do that by being consistent with things, right? So I would much rather recommend that you set a consistency goal than I would a weight goal, because your weight isn't going to go down forever. If it did, you'd disappear. Whereas with a consistency goal for the 4 pillars of your health and fitness, be that how much or what you do to move your body and get your heart rate up, what you do to nourish your body, what you do about strengthening your body, and what you do about your mindset, right? These 4 key things. Set yourself a consistency goal, because that is going to put you in a much better place in the long term than a weight goal, right? The weight, if you're serious about losing weight and toning up, which is what most people ask for nowadays, you need a consistency goal. You need a consistency of maybe knowing how much food and drink you're having, or making sure you're moving enough, or doing the things that are going to keep you strong, feeling strong, being strong. Or maybe it's being consistent with things that help you with your mental health and your mindset, right? But these things are a lot more controllable in your life than just your weight. I would much rather you focus on being consistent with things, because it's the accumulation of your consistency that is going to give you those long-term results over time, for the rest of your life, for the decades to come, rather than you focusing on weight. Because come the end of your days, right? Come the end of your days, are you going to give 2 flying Fs about how much you weighed on the 20th of February 2021? Or is it going to have made a lot more impact by you having been consistent between now and that last day on this beautiful earth, by doing something over and over and over? I know it's boring to think that you have to do things over and over and over again to get the long-term result, but that's how it is. It's like brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth once for a year's worth, right? You brush it 3 times a day, every day for the rest of your life, to look after your teeth. And the same goes with your health and fitness. The same goes with your physical and mental health. It's got to be about setting yourself a consistency goal so that you get the long-term effects of it, whether that's being consistent with how much you drink water, being consistent with how many hours sleep you get, being consistent with how much exercise you get, being consistent with how much greens you get on each plate. Whatever it is, it's like, what can you be consistent at that is going to help you to feel better in the long term? Play the long game. And part of being in the long game is to be consistent and look at your habits and look at your routines and ask yourself whether you're happy with them, and more importantly, ask yourself whether they're serving you, whether they're helping you to move closer to that healthier, fitter, happier version of yourself that you keep telling yourself that you want to be. Because if they are, if you can see that you're on the right path and you're being consistent, or you can or could be consistent enough to do that and move you closer and closer to this healthier version of yourself, then carry on. But if you're not being consistent yet, then could you how can you make it happen? What needs to happen over and over for you to get to feel that way? To feel more confident in yourself, to feel happier in yourself, to feel more like your old self, to feel like you're setting an example to the kids, to feel like you've got enough energy to run around after them. What is that? What are those consistency goals? Forget about the weight goals. The weight goals will come as a nice byproduct of you being consistent with these other goals. What if you didn't have to think about weight every waking minute of your day? What if you could switch your focus to being consistent with something else? Not being consistent with your weight, but being consistent with the things that contribute to your weight, contribute to you losing the fat, because it's not about the weight, it's more important about the fat, but that's a whole other video. What I'm concerned with here is your consistency goals, whether that's performance, whether that's habitual, whether that's routine, whether they're thoughts, whatever it is. What do you need to be consistent at in order to help you become the fittest, healthiest and happiest version of yourself? That is the goal. The goal of working out where you need to be consistent to attain and become that version that you want to be.